Honestly, I mean, I don't think that, honestly, I talk about enlightenment a lot, but in my depths of my heart, you know, forget enlightenment. I mean, the important thing is just to be now and here. And that is what I find so difficult. Otherwise, enlightenment just becomes another ambition, you know, another driving force for the ego, the spiritual ego.
Yeah,
I'm going to be enlightened, you know. I mean, I can never be enlightened.
Yeah, one of the reasons I asked is because, let's just say it's not uncommon among certain Western practitioners to vividly describe their big aha experience, like, there was this one day and then I got it. And there was no turning back. And now I write books and do seminars and blah, 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 blah. Because I got it, and I can show you how to get it. I can think of like 4 specific people off the top of my head. And you know, what do I know? But it's just interesting to me that you know, there's this sort of free-floating mutual recognition society, independent of lineages.
I think it's very interesting that I have never yet met any Lama from His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Karmapa downwards, who ever claimed to be enlightened. They all say, oh me, I'm just like you, I'm just walking the path, you know, I'm just practicing, you know. My Lama said to me, Kamtu Rinpoche said to me, when you realize the nature of the mind, then you can start to meditate. It's the beginning, it's not the end. But enlightenment is a very loose term. You know? What do we mean? What word are you translating by that? You know, Satori, Changchok, Bodhi. You know, what do you mean by that? Do you mean an experience? Do you mean a realization? Or do you mean the complete and utter and total you know, purification of the being? I mean, one Zen master, it was a Zen master, he described it by saying, you know, the traditional, you know, the mind is like a mirror, and on top of that is thick dust. And then when you get a realization, it's like you make a hole in that dust. So now you can see the nature of the mirror. And that's a huge, big step forward. But there's all the rest of the dust. And until you've completely removed every single speck of dust from that mirror of the mind, and there's absolutely no more dust left, you're still in delusion. When there's absolutely no more dust left, and it's never going to fall back, then you're a Buddha. That takes a long time. I mean, it's wonderful, you know, that people do have spontaneous realizations. There was, what was his name? There was one professor from one of the Latin American countries. And he had a very deep realization, very, very deep. And then he began to, gather disciples just spontaneously because, he remained in that state. And then after some years, he began to find it was fading. And then he said to his students, go away. I have to go back and find a greater master and really practice. Great integrity.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was very honest of him.
Because he thought he was enlightened, but it was just, an experience. It wasn't the real thing yet.